Hi, everybody. It's Annie. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is part 4 of how I'm preparing for my future kids. Today, I'm going to talk about internal and external home. In my words, emotional safety. First, I'm going to feature the makeup product and we'll get straight into the video. Today, I'm featuring a powder to help with the shine as well as sun protection. So today's product is Supergood Resetting 100% Mineral Powder. This has 35 SPF and it is a facial powder. It has powder on the bottom here and then a brush on the top. And you just twist it to open it, and it has this compartment that closes the brush to help with the open and close, which is fabulous. And all you have to do really is open it and pat it around your skin after all your makeup, and it helps with mattifying it, not too much though, and sun protection. I do wash this brush because after a while it does get kind of gross with all the makeup, so I do wash it. It's a great go-to, and it fits in your purse, it fits in your makeup bag, and it is very convenient and dual use. So love this product. All right, let's get started with the video. So when I think about preparing for my future children, I think about how they're going to have a sense of home within their community as well as internally within themselves. And really, the way that they're going to learn how to build a sense of emotional safety, a sense of home with themselves and the community around them is really by seeing it through example with their parents. I think emotional safety is going to be the most important thing to instill in the next generation because we see the results of men and women when we don't have emotionally safe spaces to be exactly authentically who we are as human beings. When I think about men in that sense, I do see how men do put a lot of pressure on themselves to be the specific role for women for themselves because truly men only feel valuable if they are providing or if they are needed or if they are wanted or if they do of service because biologically they don't have the gift of giving life. They don't biologically have a purpose. And so their purpose they have to create on their own. And there's a lot of men out there who are lost, who are listening to a lot of arrogant men, and it's led us to not a great place. And so I just want to put dialogue out there to validate men and also to make men understand that it is a beautiful time to really be who you need to be for yourself. There is no expectation to do anything. Women are choosing not to have kids. Women are choosing to be career oriented. Women are choosing to have freedoms, and they are being very selective of who they choose as a partner. And I think that should be looked at as an opportunity for men to choose the same, not an opportunity to try to control women because you have this inherent belief that you are entitled to women. I think that's very unhealthy. I think men need to see this in a way where there's no expectations. You don't have to be a husband. You don't have to be a dad. You can just be a dude. Okay, a good dude who just be living, who just has hobbies, who just travels, who just treats people nicely, who loves life. And I think that's beautiful. I think there hasn't been a time for men to really do that because I think there's always been that expectation for men specifically to be provider, to be a husband, to be a dad because that's fulfillment in male culture. And I think men need to understand that that doesn't have to be your life. That doesn't have to be your story. When I think about if I have a daughter, I think she's going to be so lucky. She's going to be very, very blessed and very privileged to be able to learn from powerful women and to also be loved so, so deeply by her dad. I think I'm more worried about men and my potential future sons. I'm more worried about them. And I think men need to understand that you're free. You're free. I hope it's gonna be fun for him to really explore and be anything that he wants to be, and that he doesn't have to be a certain role to be a person of value. He can really just explore who he is, and regardless, he's gonna be loved. I hope by being able to show empathy to men, and I hope by making them feel a little bit seen will help them love themselves. Because really advocating for men to build secure attachments with themselves is really protecting women from violence. That's actually the truth of why I show empathy to men. Is because if men don't heal, if men don't build a secure attachment, women get harmed. That's the pattern of history. That's the pattern of humanity. And let's be real, it's happening as I speak. So I hope that this message, this me trying to reach men in the sense of, yes, you're valid, but also calling you out that you're gay too, is gonna help them kind of be better. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Okay. Well, this is part 4 of how I'm preparing for kids, the internal and external home, but really, in my words, emotional safety. And it's the difference between what emotional safety is between a man and a woman in the current culture, in American culture in 2026, as a woman who has observed and has pattern recognition and is going to be a future mom. This is my opinion. This is my point of view. And you don't have to agree with me, but you are welcome to share your point of view and your opinions in the comments below. Okay. Thank you so much. And you will see me next week. Have a great day. Bye.